Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with my friend Lisa Swanson with us today. Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today, Kev?
Just living the dream. So, Lisa, I asked you to come on the show today because I want to talk about mindset. And let's start with a story. So, I was out for my morning run this morning, had a goal in mind. The air was just bad this morning. I was just cranky this morning, and I wanted to give up and go, well, it's good enough. And I'm like, it's not, because if you give up and you have that bad mindset, tomorrow you're going to be tempted to run less miles too.
Mhm.
Mindset is just really important for all the things we're trying to accomplish in life, right?
Exactly. I always tell people when they ask about my programs, I say, well, I have three pillars to my program. There's the nutrition. I explain my whole nutrition. There's the fitness part of it, and I explain my philosophy of fitness. I go, then the third pillar is your mindset and making shifts in those mindset, because when you do that, you can then follow through with the nutrition and the fitness, right? What we believe we achieve, all of that. But it's also what we believe about ourselves, I think, plays a huge role in it. What's our self-identity? Who do we think we are, so that we can follow through? So if you're going out in the morning and you're thinking that I'm a runner, I can get this done, you're more likely to complete. And when you have that thought, it's just like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. But you already identify as somebody who goes out and runs and you want to do this. You've got that going. That kept you going, because your mind's going to give up first, right? Obviously, because your body could keep going. You just didn't want to do it. And when you don't want to do it, then the body feels tired and you want to give into that tiredness. But you can get a second wind. So I really think it has to do with what you're setting up first, so that you can build on that and get through what you need to get through. Does that make sense?
It does, because like we were talking before the show, my goal to run 1 mile every day. It's simple.
Yeah.
I can do that. And next thing I know, I was running 3 and 5 miles. I'm like, what just happened? Like, I remember, I think we're joking. I'm on a 67-day streak. Now I just said that, so now I got to keep going because I got it on video.
You really got to keep going now. Yes.
So it really was just the mindset. Like you said, Lisa, there was mornings I woke up, I'm like, I don't really feel it today. Or, I'm achy because I just ran 5 days in a row. I'm not used to doing that. So there was always that mindset reason not to do it. But I'm like, you got to keep the streak going and stuff. And I think mindset's probably more important than the other two pieces, because without that, you really can't accomplish those other two pieces. Because
exactly.
you're like, well, I'm not someone who eats healthy, I want French fries, and stuff. So it really is that mindset. But it is amazing once you get that set in. Like, I would say to myself, I don't run fast, but I can run probably 12-minute mile. I'm like, dude, seriously, you don't have 12 minutes in your day? You don't have 12 minutes, like get on the treadmill, get out, whatever. It's easy to accomplish that. But like you said, it's interesting to see the mindset, because I talk to friends and like, you run a mile. Well, I am a runner. I run every day. But like, well, wait a minute here. You don't run marathons, dude. You don't run 10 miles. So it's easy to dismiss it. But I run every day.
There's no need to. Right. There's no need to dismiss it. I think it's like when you're saying, I am a runner. So that there's a shift in your identity. And I have just to bring it to a broader spectrum for people to relate to. There's the running part, there's the nutrition part, there's all of it. And a lot of times I have clients that come into a program, or actually, let's say before they even meet with me, it's like, I've done this diet, that diet, the ABC diet, the dessert diet, the cookie diet, they've done everything. And they always get stuck at the same point. So yes, I mean, y'all know I don't believe in diets, all right? They don't work because they only bring you to a certain point. But if you have a limiting belief and your thought is about yourself, well, I'm somebody who fails at diets. I'm somebody who can't follow through. I'm somebody who can't lose more than 10 pounds. They can get literally this specific. This is what's so amazing about our minds. And say I have a client who thinks, I can never get more than 10 pounds off, and then I start gaining again. As soon as they get to 10 pounds, they get stuck. And it's not because their body cannot lose more than 10 pounds. It's because their mind believes it, and they start self-sabotaging. They start doing little things like forgetting to record their food, not fitting their run in, skipping this, skipping that. And they're like, see, every single time. It's like, no. Look at the data. You did this. So now we have to get into, okay, let's get you believing what you can do so you can achieve it. And we have to make that shift in, like I said, I am a runner. It doesn't matter if I'm just doing 1 mile a day. But if you had started out with, I'm a runner and I'm going to run 5 miles a day, you probably would have failed because you didn't believe you could achieve that. And physically, maybe that was a limitation. So physical limitation and a mindset limitation. But let's just say you could physically do it. But if it was too big for your mind to accept, then you're not going to get there. But if you say, I'm going to do a mile a day, I'll tell you, a quarter, 5 minutes, doesn't matter. Whatever you can easily believe in your mind that's possible, you start doing that. And then you start doing a little bit more. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I can do a mile and a quarter. I can do a mile and a half. And you start doing more. I challenged this one client who just did not want to go out for a walk. I can't do it. I'm not a morning person. I said, do me a favor. Can you do 5 minutes? And she said, well, anybody can do 5 minutes. I said, all right, on your worst day, you can do 5 minutes. She said, well, yes. I said, I want you to walk 5 minutes a day. And at first she was like, that's ridiculous, Lisa. It's not going to do anything. I said, humor me and just do it. So she did it. But then she was out there walking 5 minutes. She go, maybe I'll do 10. I'm here. And pretty soon that 5 minute commitment she made became a 30-minute commitment each day. But she had to get past that block first in her mind. And then later she's like, okay, I see what you did. So you're able to move it.
Like you said, set that little goal so you can achieve it, where if you do that, well, because I had a friend say that. She's like, oh, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to run 5 miles on the treadmill. And she's just not a treadmill person. And she texts me after, she's like, I'm really confused. I couldn't do it, because you just tried to go right for 5. How about 1? But
Yeah.
like, oh, that's just too easy. And like, well, if you would have done 1, then you could have got up to 5. But then she got discouraged and stopped, trying to be on the treadmill. I mean, she does other things, but I'm like, you set the goal too high, and then it's easy to have that mindset of going, told you I couldn't do it, Lisa. Well, you can't go to a marathon, dude. If you can, that's pretty impressive. But most of us,
right. They start confirming their limiting belief. They keep on confirming it and etching that in there even deeper and deeper, when it's like, no, you need to build your confidence up with those baby steps. Those baby steps, they do so much more for us than those big, huge steps that they're exciting. Don't get me wrong, they're exciting, but you need those baby steps to build up that confidence and self-integrity, because we need to believe that we can do what we say we're going to do. And we do it for other people. I mean, you deal with people in networking all the time, and business, entrepreneurs, and, they can be very good at saying, hey, I said I was going to meet Kevin for this meeting at this time. They're going to show up. I have a client, I'm going to show up. And they're doing that all the time. But then when it comes to themselves, they're like, I can push this aside. So your brain already believes, no, dude, you don't do what you say you're going to do. So we have to change that.
So Lisa, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more?
They can go to my website, bodyandsoulcoaching.com, or in social media, Lisa Swanson Fit.
Lisa, I appreciate you taking a few minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you for having me.